Alright, so I figured we could work on some more of this ephemera. Got my 2 ephemera binders here. Sorry if I end up banging up against that, don't mean to. Just figure find a few little things that would maybe look cute in this. I think most of this is my calico collage stuff, but some of it isn't, so just some random pieces here. And then here are some smaller pieces. Alright. There we go. Again, it's just a little something to add to these pockets so they're not so plain pockets. And then we can add them to our little book. Sorry, didn't cut out this piece of ephemera all the way, so now I've got to go back and cut it right now. It's a cute little clock. I really like, so I'm going to stick that on there. I think I'm going to grab some of this coffee dyed cloth. Put it there underneath the words so they're not as visible. Like that. I know it ain't much, but I think it'll be great either way. And Bella and Rosie are having fun at their dad's house today, which is great. Happy that they are having fun with Daddy on Daddy's Day. To have them, I love them dearly. I don't like how they react to being at his house so much because they're naughty. Just naughty. And that ain't fun to deal with them when they get back, when they've been nothing but naughty when they get back. I'm not the greatest at this, but just figured add a little bit more texture-ish looking idea to this piece. There we go. And I probably should have did this before I went off and that happens to me all the time though, where I go off and forget all about going off and doing that, so I just do this. Good enough. There. Got them done. And before I start this one, let's do this. And I'm almost out of all the red string finally. I don't change my string on my sewing machine until it's all gone. I just think it's the best idea to go off and use as much of it as possible before going off and getting anything else. And again, I'm just trying to use up all of this ephemera I have. Tons of ephemera, and it's like, oh, I'll use it next time. Then next time comes, and then I don't use it. Then it just collects, and I've been doing all my fussy cutting stuff and everything else lately, and I just want to use it up. Which I think is a good idea. Use up the pieces you've been kind of just like hoarding before constantly using more pieces, like before buying more. Because I know that's my issue, is I want to buy all these digitals, but then I never use the other digitals, and it's like, oh wait, I had this digital. And that ain't good. There we go. See if I can get some of this sprayed a little bit more. There we go. I can fray some of this edge here, just a little bit. I want to add some dimension to it a little bit. I don't know if this is cheese. I don't think this is a cheesecloth, but it's a really cool cloth. I like using it. It's a really light cloth. And I know some people like all the ink and some people don't like ink, and I personally, I go in between. I don't normally ink everything, but I am starting to get into the habit of doing that, inking everything. But normally I just ink whatever I feel like inking. I'm not inking things too. I think this is a good idea. And when you're doing something simple like this, adding ink just adds a little bit dimension to it. I mean, really, you don't want your stuff to not have any dimension to it. Inking adds dimension. A bit of a contrast. Because if it ain't doesn't have any contrast to it. Do you know how boring this would be with no ink? I mean, it makes such a difference between this part, compared to this part that I inked. Way big difference. Just say it. For those who don't like inking. And I find it cheaper to buy the, like, distress inks and little minis. Because then you can get like 4 of them and they're different kinds. You don't have to have all the same kind. And I mean, who wants to pay 15 or $6 for one color when you could get 4 different colors and go between them and everything else if you would buy the little packs, the minis. There we go. Got that going. Now move this stuff a bit. Don't need any more of the Fabri-Tac right now. Don't need this right now. I am not going to add string necessarily right away to my stuff, so I'm not worried about that at this moment. I might punch the holes in the tags though. Right now, let's find a place for these pockets to go. I think I should make a pocket just by itself right here. That's what I think. You know what? I'm going to stick it on this side. And I bought my first art glitter glue because I was sick of not being able to glue stuff down necessarily fast, because this is fast glue. When you go to glue something down, you're gluing something down instead of waiting hours for it to dry. So I mean, huge difference there. All right, now I want to go to the inside where this part, because I think this should be left alone. I think I want to do these ones, the biggest pocket. These little like tucked areas and pockets. don't really want to do too much with this, but just trying to think. I know this is going to be totally weird looking. That's okay. I'm trying to cut this, so maybe I can turn it into a belly band. Sorry if you can't see me necessarily doing this. There's only so much I can do in order to make sure people can see. And I buy my fabrics from Amazon. I don't really buy I suppose I could get it from Walmart. And I know I can't. It's just when you can get Amazon cheaper and that type of thing, sometimes it's just easier to get it where you can get it easier and cheaper instead of spending all this money on stuff. Ooh, way too short. About this side. I guess it'll work. Gonna cut this edge off again. This is the fabric I used today. I had to get a project done for my daughter because I've been working on getting her some dresses that are winterized for her. I know most moms just say, oh, I'll just buy you some. Why spend the money on a brand new dress that costs the same amount? Actually, costs more for me to buy her something brand new or even at Goodwill than it is for me to make one. I spent $1.97 for thread on AliExpress just because it was that much cheaper. And then on top of that, I spent another, not even that, for less than $2 for a bunch of zippers. And these zippers are easy and to use. It ain't like they're hard to use or expensive or anything else. So, that's what I bought for the kids, was a bunch of thread, some of that. I wasn't the one to buy them their, whatchamacallit. I didn't buy any of the fabric I have for the most part. I think I did buy a set of fabrics for the kids, but other than that, most of my fabric my kids got because I spent money on fabric. Or didn't spend money on fabric, I just got it free. I mean, why spend money on something if I can't afford it for the kids? Especially when I know how to sew. And that's sewing patterns and everything. Well, that sucks. Alright, we're going to use some of this stuff. Might as well use it up. Right? Try to use up every last little bit that I have when it comes down to stuff like this. I don't want to waste any of it, because let's admit this stuff is expensive, and I like to buy other people's ephemera packs just so then I have random pieces of ephemera and like string like this everywhere. I've kind of learned if you take the time to buy people's ephemera packs, you get more out of it. You have more stuff to add. This place. I'm going to take one of these out. Take that one out. And this way there's space for whomever is going to get this journal to add whatever they want to it. Because I mean, really, who wants to get a journal and not be able to add to it? My point exactly. I mean, yeah, I love adding my little stuff to it, but it's so much nicer to just add random things to it instead of being very particular with it. Then also people can make things a little bit their own. They don't need me changing, you know. They don't need us to have everything added for them and everything else. And again, I'm just trying to add a little bit of definition to this. Don't have to be perfect. If I wanted everything to be perfect, let's get it right. I'm not going to have everything perfect. my foot fell asleep, which is awesome. Happens a lot, more than I'd like to say. My legs falling asleep. Or my legs going out, or, you know, it's just one of them things. My legs can love me. Since I had my kids, my legs hate me. Or at least that's what it feels like. So hopefully everyone's having a good night or day, depending on when you watch this. Hopefully you like this video. All what's left is adding a little topper here. I think I know what I'm going to do here is a topper. Itty bitty thing here. I like that idea. Add that itty bitty bit. I'm gonna go get my really horrible of a stapler. I hate this stapler, but that's all you got. That's all you got. It's my dollar store stapler that likes to decide not to work 90% of the time. Get it. Sorry if my head and hair are in the way, but just trying to get this in. I know some people use the sewing machine, but I don't like using the sewing machine for this job. It's just annoying. There. So we got that done. Now, depending on my time here, I want to quickly do a little walkthrough simulation of how we're going to do this. So let's move this stuff out of our way. All this junk can get moved up to the top here. I mean, all what's really left is for me to figure out some ephemera, but I think I can get that done in a matter of moments, and I'm not going to have you guys sit on screen with me if that's all I need. So, let's go through this. We got done with the journal, which we'll put in as I go through it. This is my cover of my altered file folder. I have, instead of doing 4 pockets like I did the last time, I just did pages that are also in the junk journal, but I thought it'd be a good idea. Use the pages as copies and because I didn't do both sides with this and when I first printed it out. So I'm like, okay, let's try it a different way then. Then I have this cute little pocket there, pocket here. Then we're gonna stick our journal that we just made right in here. I glued that so we can just stick it right in. Perfect spot for it, you know, make it visible, but at the same time. Then another cute little pocket here and some more journaling areas on here. And then I added some cute little frills to it and also the same kind of lace that we used in the inside of the journal. So we're pretty much done. I am going to stuff stuff in these pockets, but I think that's going to be more random stuff. I ain't necessarily going to be anything specific. So it's just going to have ephemera that I have laying around that I've made extra of with other projects. I think that's the best way of doing it. So this is what I'm going to sell on my Etsy account soon enough. It'll probably be up before you see this video actually. So enjoy the rest of your night or day, and hopefully I will get to another video as soon as possible. I know I have been going off and doing ones that are weeks straight and then none at all. I apologize for that, but this week was a rather rough week. I wasn't child free until last night and I was so worn out. I had a girls' night. I'm allowed that. But I've been dealing with some stuff, so that's about it. Enjoy the rest of your day or night.